Hey guys, it's Ashley with AshleyMJenkins.com, and I'm going to just get right into the content with you today. So our topic of our discussion is all about when, as a business owner, you need to make an investment in something in your business. Okay, and so this could be actually consulting. So that's a service that I provide. We're not going to jump into that. It could be for somebody to actually functionally do your website. We're not going to talk specifics about that. It could be for somebody to take something off of your plate. For instance, if you're doing a service, right? So you're a massage therapist, you're a boutique fitness owner, you're a salon owner, you are possibly a restaurant owner, you are somebody in that neck of the woods. You need somebody to actually do your Facebook marketing, believe it or not, or you need Instagram marketing, or you need YouTube marketing. You need something done, and you need to pay a professional to do it, because if you don't, you will in fact pay more money out of your own pocket if you are not doing it correctly. Okay, and so you can definitely take the time to learn all about how to do it, and you can try to leverage the internet for free, because there's definitely resources out there, but there is something that experience obviously will buy you, that if you do not pay for it, you can't ever get that back, and that is time. Okay, so recently, I'm going to share something that just recently happened. There is somebody who works for a living, and they have a full-time job, and they have a baby budding business on the side. Okay, and their business is making negative dollars. So it's a hobby at this point. It is not properly structured, and it is losing dollars every single month. Now, their day job brings them in $48 an hour, but because they do not have the right structures, they do not have the right systems, they do not have any of the right things in their business, which is a hobby that they've had for 2 years, and that business has cost them probably, if we're going to do hard numbers on profit and loss statements, they've probably lost, I want to say, at least $1,000, if not $1,500 on average a month, just on things that they have to pay out that they're not making money back on. Not to mention, if they had the right things in place a long time ago and they'd worked with a professional who knew what was going on, they would have actually become profitable at this point and have some kind of a system or a solution in place to where things were actually growing and going forward for them. Right? And so if you look at how much a business like that has not pulled in, if its potential was to make $10,000, $15,000, $50,000 a month, okay? And even if we only made 20% of that, so again, let's go back, $50,000 might be the potential of a business every month, and if they only made 20%, that's $10,000, okay? So, because they didn't make an investment in their business, not only did they make a loss on what's considered a hobby at this point, but they are also not profiting. Okay, and the longer that goes in, the more dangerous it becomes, not only for them and their value in themselves, because a lot of business owners will identify with themselves as their business. It's an ego connection, and we're not going to get into it on this video, but at the same time, if they made a proper investment in the right people, right? A website that is missing an address, a physical address, especially if your business is a physical business, is a disaster. Because when people are looking on your website and they're trying to figure out where you are, they're looking at that address and they're looking to click it and having it go to an Android, having it go to an iOS phone so that they can find your business, they're unable to do that. And if you make it difficult for your consumers to find you, they're not going to follow you. Right? And if your omni channels are not linked to your website, okay, and this is where somebody who does UX and UI on web design can and in fact help you to create not only a great design that looks appeasing to a consumer, but it's also the user friendliness that has a sitemap and all of these other attributes that allow you to get deeper into it. So I want to share a tool with you on your website. It's called seoptimer.com, and you get a one-time click on that, and then that tool right there will analyze your website and tell you where you're missing out. Because if your omni channels are actually active and you're getting engagement on those can drive traffic back to your website when you have things plugged in the correct way. Okay, so like on this video, you can see right down here on this corner is the link to my website and a link to my tools off of my website. So there are tons of free access and resources and things like that for you there. Now, that is just one whole thing, that if you do not invest in those things and you don't have anybody who comes in and helps you and you don't know how to connect all the dots, you're missing out. And when you are absent a system or a structure or something in your business that could actually pull in way more people, not to mention the support, okay? Let's just look at that for a second. If you have a day job over here, and you're doing all the things, and then you're trying to start a business over here, and you have a list of things that you need to do every single day, right? In addition to the service or the product that you are positioning or serving forward with. If you have that list of things right here and you get caught in a mindset cul-de-sac. So mindset cul-de-sac is, who am I? I'm not valuable. Who am I? I'm not worthy. Who am I? I can't do this. Who am I? I'm marginalized. And these are all kinds of excuses that you might have about not serving the people that you were intended to serve. And this is very sad, okay? And I know I'm smiling right now, but it is almost bittersweet. So this particular person that prompted and inspired this video to be made, right, has the potential to touch 500 people. 500 people's lives. And within those 500 people, I will tell you right now that there are 10 leaders amongst those 500 people minimally who will go on to wake up more people. However, if this person doesn't move out of their own way and start treating what they have like a business and actually investing in this thing, then unfortunately what happens is how you could reach those people never happens, and they continue to play small. Those people don't get helped, they don't get served, they have to sit there and struggle and suffer for a very, very long time. They have to see things get lost, they have to lose out, they have to miss out, and it's very sad, okay? And so I will tell you from myself, from being in leadership for a very long time, that when I played small in my business, I had to hear from people 1 or 2 years later that because I hadn't shown up and I hadn't put the right systems out in place when I had a brick and mortar business, that they had actually driven through the parking lot a year and a half, not knowing where they were, how to find us, how to come in. They hadn't engaged with us. They hadn't seen the representation of what it is that we were doing or how we were creating or how we were showing up. And they didn't understand if we could help them cross the bridge that eventually we did help them cross, right? We had to kick it around a little bit longer. But in the meantime, they had to sit there and suffer. Okay, and we could have expedited all that by just stepping out of our own ways and following the simple instructions. And people ask, well, what are the simple instructions? I would love to tell you, but that is something that in everybody's business, it is specific to you. It is specific to who you serve, and it is specific to putting things in place in your business. And if you don't know how to do them and you sit there and you think to yourself, well, I will figure it out. Operator error happens constantly. Operator error happens. It happens when we forget to articulate a clear agreement because we're not good at doing that. It happens when we let an experience from our past prevent us from doing something that actually serves the higher good for all people because one person tried to ruin it. Notice I say try. Try is an attempt to fail. If you let one person ruin it for everybody, then you prevent everyone from taking the benefits of the fruits of the flavor of what it is that you're doing. And so we have to back that up, right? We have to back that up. And that's where I have a resource. If you look right down on this video right here, there is a little round sphere and it says tools. And if you click on that, there should be a strength assessment. And that's going to help you figure out from your Enneagram, your Myers-Briggs, all the way into your rocket fuel assessment, where you are as a leader and what you're very strong at. And the things that you are not strong at, if you do a solid inventory in your business, which I know, it is time consuming. It is very time consuming. But if you do that in your business, then you start to know that the things that you are no longer good at, it doesn't mean that you're going to stop doing them. It means that you're going to look at how you can delegate them really quickly in your business to go further faster. Okay? Because in the game of business, when we start to lean in and we partner with other people, we are actually creating something. When we sit here and we look at what we're doing, okay? And if it's like being on a gerbil wheel, okay? I show up and I do task A, B, C, D, done, and you don't do all the other things, or you do them subpar, or you do them to a place where nobody really understands what it is that you're talking about, it's not effective for you and it's not serving the people who you're intended to serve. And I could call out one thing right now, so I could call it a fitness-based business. I could call it a salon right now, right? We all know you can go to a salon and you can get your hair cut, you can get it colored, you might be able to get your eyebrows done, you might be able to get your nose plucked, you might be able to do all of that, right? But if there's no before and after of what that hot mess of a rat trap looked like, and then an after of the brilliance that some salon stylists created, not to mention you as a salon forget to show the stylist, right? First of all, if someone's going to put their hands in my hair, I want to know that they can put themselves together, right? Because if they look like a rat trap, do you think I want them touching my hair? No. okay? And for a lot of salon stylists, they have specific theories of what they like to do or a new trend that's going on. And it becomes really helpful as a consumer when I can hear about those things. And as a salon, if you tell me that you're using all organic products because you care that your salon stylists are not getting cancer, or if you tell me as a salon that right now, especially with COVID-19, that you went after the PPP program because you have a business and you were paying all the people who were unemployed some kind of a bonus to ensure that they have some kind of compensation to keep them afloat while everybody like acclimates with everything that's going on, or you have social distancing practices in your salon or a bigger hygiene policy in your salon, it makes me as a consumer at least happy. And if I'm not going to get out of my house and I'm going to let my hair get really crazy, right? I'm going to grow my hair all the way down to my booty. If I'm going to send somebody else to your salon, now I know about you and now I know who is representative and who to send them to. So that's one example. So let's use another example, okay? If you're a restaurant and all you ever do is show me delicious food that I could shove down my face, right? There's nothing distinguishing your tomatoes from tomatoes anywhere else, right? Everybody has tomatoes. Now, if your tomatoes have some kind of aromatic blend and they were grown next to the most special basil and bees have this waltz as they pollinate the tomatoes, that's really out there kind of stuff, but that's very artistic and I might be into that, okay? Even though it's a nightshade, even though I know it's better, that I should not put that kind of stuff in my mouth during a hot season, I still want to know the out there freak flag information. But more than anything, I want to know about the servers. I want to know about these kids that are coming to your restaurant and I want to know what their dreams are. Are they just there looking for an easy paycheck or are they in process to doing something? Are they the kind of people that I'd love to see at industry night, throw a beer back with and buy a shot with? Are these the kids that are basically knowledgeable? And what are they knowledgeable about? Are they knowledgeable about where the food comes from at your restaurant? Are they passionate about the farm to table stuff? Are they crunchy? Are they foodies? I want to know this kind of stuff. I want to know about your chef. I want to know where your chef is from. I want to know that you have higher standards than an Olive Garden and you're not just refrigerating my food and then throwing it on a plate and microwaving it and throwing it at me for a 3,000% markup, okay? That is what I want to know as a consumer. And I want to see your face. I don't want to see another tomato plated thing. And you have multiple features to show these things. And you have YouTube to talk to customers. You can show consumer experience in the restaurant. You can show the vibe of the restaurant. You can do a lot of things with social media. But this is the thing. I know how to put these things in place in terms of a funnel, in terms of value creation, in terms of putting systems and structures in place no matter what the business. So you have a service-based business, you have a coaching business, you have a consulting business, you have a marketing business, you have a construction business, you have any kind of business, it doesn't matter, it's called a vehicle. And then you have yourself, and yourself is who we are selling because you are forming relationships with people now. You are reviving relationships in the past and you are making relationships in the future. And all of that is what we help people do here at Ashley M. Jenkins Coaching and Consulting, right? But it is always interesting when I hear that a business owner doesn't understand that when they make an investment, so if you buy a website from a professional for $249, all designed, bells and whistles, Google Analytics and all, that it's going to convert, right? Versus this builder site that you maybe spent $30 and you did yourself, and it has basically failing scores across the board when it's plugged in somewhere, and it does not convert, and you're not getting sales off of it, and very few people, like if you're only getting 2 or 3 leads off of it a month, the truth is, if it's missing all of those things, you could actually be getting 25, 30, 40, 50 people off of it. And I will tell you from experience, when I had my first business, nobody told me. We had a website. It was fugly. It was super challenging. We got in, we worked on the website, we worked on the copy, we worked on the About Us, we worked on speaking to our customer through our website and serving our customer through our website. And amazingly, overnight, we started generating leads like nobody's business off of our website. But it also took consulting with experts. It also took getting feedback from experts, and it took implementing things that we had no idea how to set up and getting them on the website. Same thing with social media. You might be attempting to do your social media in your business right now and you're failing miserably because you are photographing the thing that you do. And as amazing as that is, it's missing the mark because you're pushing that to people instead of pushing connection with people on all the omni channels. And so notice right now, like, what is this video about? This video is about if you need to make an investment into a team member, into a service member, into something, a great website that helps you, $249 versus you paying 30 bucks a month. Let's do the numbers on that after a year. That's $360. It costs you more money. That sucks. Now, let's look at it. The $249 website gets you 40 leads a month. Over the course of a year, that's 480 potential customers. You're currently getting 3 for a month. That's 48 customers. Which one of these would you rather have? But the reality is one costs you $30 a month up front, the other one costs you $249. And for you as a business owner, you haven't realized what one will get you versus one, right? The cheap and easy fix is not fixing the problem. The real investment with a real expert is going to get you the solution. And if you're curious where I'm getting the $249 through a website, Modiphy, Modiphy, is a company that I love. I get no bells and whistles for sending you to them, but they focus on UX and UI. And if you know exactly what you need to say, what you need to go in with a game plan, or it will cost you $249 a month to have them as a service, you give them clear direction, you get your site, you can pay all in one through GoDaddy for your web hosting and for your website through a WordPress site, and get your site security, and then you own that thing. And then after 2 years, you're going to get so much business out of your website when you know what to say and you know what to sell, that you're going to say, thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much. Okay. And so this is the thing that we do in businesses. We help them structure, we help them make wise investments, and then we come back and we invest in them, because that is what is prudent. That is what is wise. It's a relationship, right? I'm giving you my time. You're making a fair exchange with me, whoever you are. But the most important thing that I want to communicate to you is, if you have a business right now and you are on the fence about making an investment in your business, you need to ask the most important question of all of anyone you're going to hire is, how do you help your position create dividends in my business? Because if you are making zero right now or worse, sadly, for a lot of people, they're losing money on a hobby, right? They're paying for something that is not paying for itself, and that has definite harmful effects on you in the long run. If you make an investment in somebody in 90 days, 60 days, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, you get a return on your investment. Remember, that $249 website, right? That's expensive versus $30 a month, right? $30 a month, though, in 12 months is more expensive than the $249. The $249 is done the right way. Yours, that you've kind of jerry-rigged together and it looks decent and it's showing up, isn't done the right way. Which one do you want? The one that produces a result, or the one that just kind of shows up and is like, That's the real question. So if this is helpful, go ahead and like that video and hit subscribe below. When I make more content, you will be the first to know. And as always, I'm Ashley at ashleymjenkins.com. You can connect with me there. You can see all the links below this video. And there will also be links to what I mentioned from the SEO Optimer all the way down to Modiphy. And I hope that you're having a fantastic day.